My morning dogs are here. One is a Pomeranian Chihuahua, and the other one is supposed to be an Australian Shepherd. For the sake of time, we're just going to focus on this girl right here. Sometimes Australian Shepherds and Border Collies look alike to me. I'm not an expert on the breed, but she does have a tail, but they say she is an Australian Shepherd. So we're going to go ahead and get started with her bath. She is at the groomer's today, getting a trim up. She's just getting all of her feathers trimmed up all over. Shampoo, conditioner, nails trimmed, and ears cleaned. And she is here with her roommate, who is a Chihuahua Pomeranian mix. Alright, now that I've rinsed off the shampoo, I'm going to go ahead and load her up in some conditioner, and I'm going to use an undercoat rake to brush her while she's wet. It just helps to get the conditioner next to the skin and separates all of the hair. This way, when I go to brush her out, when she's done drying, the undercoat will come out a lot easier. She's a pretty young dog. I don't even think she's 2 yet. She's probably about 1.5. She's been groomed a couple times though. As you can see, she's very good for it. And I'm going to go ahead and blow dry her for a few minutes while she's in the tub. Alright, that's enough of that. I'm going to give her a little bit of break and clean up my mess in the tub, and I'll finish drying her on the grooming table. As you can see, she's still very much a puppy.
Okay, gotta turn around. Turn around. There we go. Okay.
Alright, so she doesn't have a lot of hair. She just has some scraggly feathers. So I'm going to brush her out really good and trim her up all over. One thing though, her owners like very short butt. You know, when they go to the bathroom, it can get pretty messy back there. So they like to keep it short underneath her tail. And I'm going to shave out her belly too, so it stays clean under there. In a perfect world, she would be completely dry when I cut her hair, but it's not a perfect world, so she's still a little bit damp. Okay, so whether she's a Border Collie or an Australian Shepherd, either way you look at it, the pads of her feet get pretty hairy, so I'm shaving them out. It just helps to keep their feet stay clean. I've had a few people ask me to leave the hair in the pads of the feet because they think that it protects their feet. Who knows? This is just how I do it. I mean, if they don't want me to do it, they can tell me not to, and they won't. So let's go ahead and shave her a potty path. Remember, the owners like her poo-poo area very short back here. So I'm using a number 1 comb attachment on her back end. That's probably going to take about half the hair off her butt. Or maybe a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and take about an inch off her tail, maybe about an inch and a half, just trimming it up nice and neat. What I like to do when I'm done trimming up these double-coated breeds, I like to come back with my 7-skip tooth blade and just skim off all the scraggly hairs. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm working my way around to her head, and I'm also just going to skim off all the scraggly hairs around her neck. She doesn't have much hair. She's a pretty easy dog to groom. I'm brushing all of her ear hair towards the side and trimming up along the edge. She's still a little bit wet underneath, so I'm going to go ahead and blow dry her a little bit more under her front arms, and her butt's still a little bit wet too. Y'all, do you think she knows she's getting groomed? Leave me a comment. Do you actually think she knows she's getting a haircut? Does she know she just got a bath? Does she have any idea what's going on? I don't know. Anyway, I am removing some undercoat with this undercoat rake. I'm not sure if that's the correct name for this tool, but I am removing undercoat. That I know for sure. We're almost done here. I'm going to spray her down with conditioning spray. Make sure she's nice and soft. Going to brush her one more time, and look how pretty she is. Not one hair out of place. I hope. And the big moment she's been waiting for. Let's go into the cabinet and pick her out an adorable gnome theme dog bandana that I made just for her.